Greetings, everybody. My name is Thandazani, Zulu, and you're going to be with us for the next few minutes on the Soulful Talks. We are here, and it is a lovely Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you guys are still keeping safe and you're keeping well. We received the very, very sad news, unfortunately. Inkosi yamaZulu ikhotheme on Friday, and we'd like to send condolences to the whole nation and to everybody who was affected by this huge loss. And we cannot just ignore the fact that we lost our king. So can you just keep on praying for the family and everyone who was connected and everybody who was just related or anything, to just pray that God give them strength during this difficult time. I just actually had now in the news as well that we've lost Umenzi Ngubane, a very, very great actor. So can you just keep on praying and keep on believing that God is closer to those who are brokenhearted, especially during this difficult time. I'm never alone. I'm sorry for starting with that, like a note of sad news, but I just felt that we need to touch on that because it's something that is happening around us, something that you cannot really ignore. But yeah, I hope you guys are okay and you guys are keeping safe. I'm never alone. I'm with my girl all the time, and she's going to introduce herself.
Hello, hi to the Empowerment Podcast family. This is Soulful Talks on a beautiful Sunday. We're here to have soulful conversations and dialogues which will empower, inspire, and equip you. I am Nokubongwa, Mkhabela, and thank you so much, Thandazani, for touching on that. We do share our deepest condolences to the families that are affected and the people around them. So on today's show, we will be wrapping up and recapping on excellence, and then we'll also touch on the topic that we will be sharing in the next coming weeks. Yeah, so this series has been such a wonderful series that we've had on excellence. We've had she spoke about excellence. We had also Uhumoto Baloyi. She also spoke about excellence. What I loved is the fact that what I grasped is that the definition of excellence for me is pursuing and doing the best that we can with the gifts and talents and abilities and opportunities that God gives us, and giving our best to glorify the Lord. And of course, excellence has various definitions, and that is why the pursuit of excellence should never be done with the spirit of competition or seeking to excel simply to be better than others. You know what I mean? So another thing that I learned from excellence, as Khumuta gave a definition, that for her, it means that it's consistency and a positive attitude. That is what births excellence. Yeah, and I also learned that excellence attracts favor and it brings you before important people. Yeah.
I like the part where you say excellence attracts favor. I mean, that's very, 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 very true. I think whatever that you put out there, whatever works and whatever efforts that you put towards each and everything that we touch with our hands can basically open quite a lot of doors for us if we keep on excelling. I remember one of the ladies was saying she's struggling on her business, and she said she's not too sure what is it that she's not doing right and things like that. And then it just got into me that if you like put in some effort and try to develop whatever that you are doing, try to make sure that you don't stay at the same position for quite some time, because things are evolving, like life is evolving. You better do the same as well. That's why today we'll be covering our topic on self-development. We're basically introducing this topic. We'll be having different talks on it, and we're definitely looking forward to to have each and every one of you tuning in. And firstly, I'd like to send a shout out to Thandile. Thandile has been our consistent listener. I mean, like, she always come back and give me feedback. Like, listen. She always comes and says, "Oh my goodness, you guys are godsends. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that I was struggling with this and that, and then I just got some answers." Like, it's just super amazing to get such feedback from different people. And shout out to Thandile, and yes, to any other listener who keep on listening. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being like that. We'll be touching on self-development. Actually, I was just thinking, Nokubongwa, there's a quote that I saw actually. It says, "Don't go through life, grow through life." And it's actually moved me in a sense that sometimes we go through quite a lot of things. But we do not realize that it is actually there to teach us something, and we are there to grow. So I've just lately I've been taking things like that to see whatever that comes my way. It is definitely here to teach me something. It is definitely here to make me a better person. And however, if I respond negatively to it, I may not see that. So it is very, very important to see, Uguti, when this thing come, why are they coming? How are they coming? How are you resolving them? It's definitely the little things as well. Like even how someone is addressing you and how you are responding to them. It's different things. And what I know for sure is that it is very, very important to invest in yourself. As I mentioned earlier, that we are moving, like times are moving. It might happen that what I know now is not enough for where I want to go. So consistently, I need to improve myself. I need to get different knowledge. I need to be able to expose myself to different spaces. I even wrote that it can be in different parts of our lives. It can be, spiritual life. It's definitely can be like different parts of our lives, and we should get to a point where we understand that this is the time where I need to develop myself spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, educationally, and on different things basically. I'd like you to have maybe like some input in that on self-development, Nokubongwa, and how you actually sing it, and then we're just gonna continue the conversation.
I love that. I was reading on self-development from a biblical perspective, and it spoke about how we are made in God's image. Therefore, as human beings in our daily lives, we need to develop until we become like God, because God has put in us traits that are of Him. So we need to see ourselves manifesting those fruits, bearing those fruits that are like God. So self-development, as you said, it is a journey. You know what I mean? You don't just wake up and you're this perfect person or whatever, but it's something that is a destination. As you grow, you realize your mistakes, and I've seen how a lot of times, right? I don't know if it's just me, but maybe when maybe you're in a relationship and maybe the relationship isn't working, you're like, you know what, I need to discover myself, or I need to, or maybe if someone is asking you to be in a relationship and the first thing maybe you might say is that, you know what, I feel like I haven't gotten to discover myself. And I feel like self-development is wrapped up in that, the fact that you can never really fully say you know yourself, but each and every day you get to develop into what you would want to ideally become. So yeah, I do believe that self-development is quite a powerful topic. And as the Empowerment Podcast, we are here to develop, each other through our inspiring, equipping, and empowering conversation. So I'm looking forward to having these topics, to having guests as well, so that we are able to talk about these topics. So yeah, I love it.
I like that. I know it's going to be such an amazing journey or amazing episodes as we're going to be like unfolding different things or touching different things on self-development, because I believe, like, I'm a fan of self-development. I'm a person, just to share, I'm a person that gets bored easily. Like I get used to something fast, and then if I'm like so used to it, I just don't find myself very, very productive. So I keep on trying to see how can I make it a bit challenging, how can I improve, or how can I progress. So I always I always feel like where I am, I can still grow from where I am, you know. So it can be like business wise, it can be educational wise, it can be like different sectors. And one thing I would like to share with you guys, that when it comes to education, I think I just I wrote down, because sometimes you hear people say, I cannot afford this and that, but there are also short courses. There are also courses that you can guys check on that online, like US Embassy. Like if you can just put your eyes on that page, you're definitely going to grab a lot and you're going to benefit so much. There's Gibbs, there's UJ Business School. I'm talking on the business related part. I know that there are actually different platforms that you guys can just go to, so that you'll be able to get information, so that you'll be able to get like develop yourself daily. And even if you're not going to use that information right like after receiving it, but maybe you might need it for future. So I think we just need to be open to learning all the time, so that you'll be able to grow. So self-development is the key, because things are changing, they are evolving each and every day. Just like how technology is moving, like it's not on the same position as it was last year. So we need to keep moving. Spiritual parts, we need to make time for God. You need to read our Bibles. You need to fast. You need to have those conversations with people. And it is all those things that make you feel like I am here, but I can get to another place where I can be better. So that's what basically self-development means to me. And I believe that we're going to enjoy this journey, sharing our experiences, sharing what can work out for each and every one of us, and basically educating each other more than anything, and learning from one another. And that's all I believe in, that we need to learn, and we need to educate each other, and we need to equip, and we're all about that at Empowerment Podcast.
Yeah. Can I just quickly share my closing remarks? Very short, right? So I love when you talk about how, like, development, right? You touch on different aspects of our lives, like the fact that we should not just be individuals that are very spiritually inclined, yet academically we are lacking, you know what I mean? Yet business-wise we are lacking, yet, you know, financially we are lacking, yet emotionally we are lacking. So I do believe that even with self-development, we need to be individuals that are well-rounded, make sure that there's a balance in life, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I just want to say as we are closing this off, right, Thandazani? Yeah, I think it's going to be such a power-packed conversation. Do make sure that you tune in, guys.
It's going to be a beautiful ride. I can promise you that. And you're definitely going to enjoy each and every episode. Guys, you know where to find us. We know where to find us. Sorry about that. Our number is 065-615-6641. You can just share your testimony. You can share everything that you'd like us to work on, anything that you'd like us to touch on. Even if you want to suggest a guest that you'd like to hear from, we can just try to actually get access them, so that you can bring them on our show. You can follow us on Empowerment Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as well. Please just subscribe, and you're just definitely gonna get different and more content from us. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely Sunday. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.